Good morning from Vlorë. I did actually try to do a little bit of breakfast, but I was turned the camera on, and the guy turned up with the coffees. What? I think Dan just thought I was talking to him. And then I thought, well, I'll have another go, have a little introduction. And then he turned up with the breakfast. It was the traditional breakfast, which was toast, jam, and some cheese. And the cheese actually went really nice with the jam and toast. Last night we went to a pizzeria, Aiden, Skara, and yes, a grill and a pizzeria. Got very good reviews. The food's absolutely fantastic and really good price. I had 3 beers, Daniel had 2 beers. We had the mixed grill for 2, and we also had a pizza. We weren't sure how big the pizzas were going to be for the price, but the pizza was easily a 12-inch pizza. Absolutely gorgeous, and the grill was fantastic. The different types of sausages. I took a couple of photographs. I don't think I'm going to be one for filming myself eating. Nobody wants, I don't much watching other people eat. I don't know, it's not too bad actually with other people's videos. It's not too bad, but I eat like a 4-year-old, so I'm a bit self-conscious, and I've got bad teeth, so no, I don't really. You don't want to have to watch me eating, so I will put pictures of the food on. I did say we were going to do food reviews. Yeah, so there's like a kebabcha type sausage. That was lovely. I mean, the spices on all of them were nice. There were a couple of actual what we'd think of more of a sausage. I'd have thought it was more like a German sort of sausage. The one that got a really nice sort of spice to it. They'd all got different flavours. That's the thing that amazed me, was that there was such a big difference in the flavours between them. Really good, and I would absolutely definitely go in there. And it's funny because it's one of the places, there's a lot of very fancy places along here. I think we're going to try the Italian tonight. But some really fancy looking places along here, and that one we had the meal at. It's very low key, just plain tablecloths, and there's a couple of lads serving and stuff, but the food was absolutely fantastic. At the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Well, that's what we were out for last night. They did give us a complimentary glass of raki, and he did say, she said, don't drink it fast, it's very strong. And it was really strong. I like it, but I didn't actually want to get. I had three bottles of beer, 2 Juracasta, and 1 Corcha. Really nice. Really, really good beers. And so I didn't really want to be drinking the raki, because I think I'd have had a bit of a hangover today. So yeah, that was nice. So I think the plan today, we were forecast for thunderstorms this morning and some rain, and I was kind of looking forward to experiencing what a thunderstorm would be like over here. But as you can see, we've got beautiful blue skies, and there's that kind of freshness in the air, that kind of humidity, so it does feel like maybe it has rained at some point. Everything looks pretty dry, but it's absolutely beautiful morning. It's not sort of too hot. So yeah, the plan is, I really need to get myself a new pair of shorts. We're going to walk up to the main road where the bus dropped us off when we arrived yesterday. Oh, hang on, let's just have a quick video sample. That's awesome. I love that. Oh yeah. Yours as well. That's awesome. I can't see from here what registration is on it, so I don't know what country that one's from. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, didn't realise how manky my shorts are, so I need a new pair. Gonna get Daniel a summer hat. You see he's sporting his Albania t-shirt there? We can't see because the camera's screen's turned off again. There we go. It's not that white actually. best place to come to wear your nice t-shirts is Albania. So yes, we're having a little walk on the beach. I've just briefly dipped my toes in the water. Got my sandals all wet, but as you would expect, they're drying off very quickly. I will add in a few of the photos that I took last night, and there's a couple of little bits of video I filmed on my phone, looking up towards the fair. And I've got the sun behind me again. I'll turn around. So I've had a walk up to the one of the shopping areas, and we've got some bits. I've got some new shorts. Daniel's got a hat and a new t-shirt. Well, not that t-shirt. He's got another new t-shirt. So now, when we're looking on one of the rentals websites, long-term leases, there's a few of the properties were in this area, so we've come for a walk down. We've just passed some pretty rough looking apartment blocks, tired looking, should I say, not rough as in but people, and I'd seen some of those advertised, which I think were around about €200 a month. So there's a couple of properties in the area we're walking towards now, which were houses which were €350 a month, and these were like 12-month lease minimum. So we're just gonna have a walk down and look at that. Daniel's just pointing at me, and I don't know what. Yeah, I was just wandering a little bit closer to that, so I nearly just trotted. The only horse muck in the whole of Vlorë. So yeah, we're just going to have a wander around and basically looking. See, when we lived in Bulgaria, sorry, stop rattling my bag. When we lived in Bulgaria, a lot, well I say a lot, all of the garden space was taken up by growing vegetables and fruit trees. Our garden, we'd got pears, apples, damsons, smaller plums that are called Yankees, which is the ones who used to make the rakia with. In the garden we grew tomatoes, peppers, onions, cucumbers, potatoes, salad leaves, you know, lettuce and that kind of thing. And so I was kind of intrigued as to what people would be growing in their gardens here. And Daniel and I had a conversation earlier that Albania seems quite a lot more advanced, you know, when you compare it to Bulgaria. And I guess it's just not as poor maybe, and people don't, you know, as much as we enjoyed growing the vegetables, to the Bulgarians, in, you know, living in our village and obviously many others, it was a way of life for them. You know, it was sustenance, wasn't it? Subsistence living, or like a small holding. And they grow all their vegetables and then preserve it to last through the winter. And it was how their lifestyle went. Yeah, we got some nice grapevines growing there. But just popping my head. I'm not going to stick the camera over anyone's fences onto private property, but it seems like mainly fruit trees. So this is what you can see from the road. As I say, I'm not going to be sticking my camera over into people's gardens because that's invading privacy. But we've got apples there, we've got grapes, there's olive trees. That's the sort of place I would want to buy. That'll do. Buy something cheap, just so. I mean, we're going to rent to start with, but joking aside, that little thing like that would be absolutely fine. That's just sort of get some money together to buy something, but there's no limit, lower limit to the price of the property that you buy to use it as your reason for residency. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We'll be renting somewhere for 12 months first, just so we get used to locations. But this all seems very quiet and very nice and well looked after. You know, these roads are actually tarmacked. I'm sure some of the ones round by where we've been looking at properties. Oh my gosh, we've got a dog. Some of the properties we've been looking at. Oh look, there's one. Well, they've got some chickens in that garden. Yeah, won't be growing anything else because the chickens won't eat it all. Almost as bad as sheep for eating everything, or goats. Oh, there's a house just walked past there. It's got some peppers growing in the garden. So there we go. Yeah, that'll do me. Well, a little room like that with. Yeah, we've got two properties there. Daniel's sheds to live in, and my I guess you'd call that a studio apartment. You know, it's a small house. One room. Wouldn't bother me. It's got a garden. We have some veg in there. I don't have high standards. So yeah, as I got 4 walls and a roof, and it's watertight and it's security tight. Yeah, and basic facilities absolutely fine for me whatsoever. I'll trade off having nice facilities for living in a lovely area. So we will actually have a look down there because we are very close to the house that I bookmarked. I think we could probably head off down this way. Left Daniel behind. Seeking shade under a tree. Villa Ariel. This is potentially a dead end. It's hard to tell because there are a lot of little, like maybe the little unpaved roads don't exactly show up on the map. But we'll see when we get around the corner. So it looks very, very smart. No, this does look, I don't know. It's going around the corner, keeps going. What's this? Oh, a restaurant.
Yeah, place I want.
No. Salad, $3.50. Spaghetti seafood. There's nothing I like about the sound of that. Spaghetti or seafood. Pork grilled, lamb grilled. The one with French fries. Well, obviously, I mean. Menu 1. Vergessa, ricotta, pepper, tomato, red wine. €12 for mixed salad, soup, burek, ricotta. Restaurant cash only. Yeah, makes sense. Pepper with rice, that sounds very nice. That's got the Furgessa or Furgisi as well. Salads, can I just get a shot of the salad? Oh, here we go, we've got a Caesar salad there. Green salad, chicken, mayonnaise, pomodoro, which I don't know what that is. But I mean, I'm going to complain for £4. That's a pound. Quid is a pound. Ah, no, that is a gate down there then. Okay, so back the other way then. This looks like a nice little place there. I'll have to look up this to see how much it is to stay in. My brain has still not come to terms with the fact that when I go to speak to people, I keep saying da instead of po for yes. And that's the only one I seem to be getting wrong. There are times that I'm looking stuff up to say in Albanian and I'm remembering it and saying it, but it's just yes and no. I'm just instantly reversing back to Bulgarian because I'm in a different country. Possibly American resident. I mean, that's not gunfire, you know, I've just said there's an American resident. That's apologies for any Americans. But you don't deserve an apology. You get 12 months visa free. Little shop. Ah, just a little, that's the kind of thing you want if you're living somewhere like this, so you've got a little shop. So I think what we'll do, we'll walk around this corner, and this is the road that I was looking at on Google Maps. What do we got here? Olive salad, mixed salad, green salad. Decent. Fish and seafood, macaroni. A glass of wine. I don't know what open wine is. No? I could be that I was being blinded by the sunlight. Just basically the sea through there.
Nah, you can't. Almost crashed.
Comment on peut pas